no. Leave me.
What's going on, people? This is your boy Say One's History, and you are watching The Male's Perspective. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be updated for all cool new content that's coming out today. I'm not going to hold you guys here. You are on the platform where we review videos logically, not emotionally here. And I got this video for you today, particularly coming from one of the people that I actually advocate for a lot, one of the people who I respect dearly, Jay from More to Life, Jay from the Black Filipino TV. He is doing his thing. I see he just traveled over to Thailand here, and he and his lovely wife Kay are just pushing and moving. So shouts out to you, brother. I want to actually review your video here. I genuinely hope that's okay here, but I think it touched on a lot of what you try to really push to the masses here, and I want to kind of emphasize on it and give my take on it. So we're going to review this man's video here. It actually says, "Passport bro, Thai wife spent big money on him first when he knew it." So this actually speaks to just automatically off top the difference between Western women and foreign women. And she was the one that actually wanted to spend the money to let him know that she appreciated him, she cared for him. So that is just literally, when you come from the West, that's flipping the dating game on its head. Flipping the dating game literally on its head when you come from the West here. And a lot of women in the West, you hear say all the time, oh, they're going over there for, sex tourism. They're going over there because they're manipulating these women. They're going over there because they're poor and they can take advantage of them. And even the R word in some cases too. So I saw this video, and I think this just really describes why passport bros are going overseas, why these men are leaving the West, and the thought process of why they're leaving. Because believe it or not, ladies, a lot of men in the West are still romantic. A lot of men in the West want that. They desire that. But men adapt to what their environment is. And when their environment, unfortunately, is a bunch of 304s, he still needs the sex. He still wants to get that. So he moves accordingly to get that. But in the back of his mind, he's thinking, if I can prevent it, if I could, not get caught up in this whole Western life in this situation, or have a baby by somebody that I don't want to, I still want that true love. I still want that peace of mind. And if I can get it, I'm going to go for it. And a lot of guys are being real cautious with the way they move, and real cautious with that thing down there now. So it's not looking too good for women out there who don't understand this. And hopefully this isn't a dig out there to those women, but more so it's so that you can understand truly what the man want, what they're looking for, if you care. I know the vast majority of women out there don't give a damn. They don't care about what men want. And hey, that's fine. But to those women that do care and do want to know what men are looking for and what you can do to make a man happy so he can ultimately make you happy, it's a give and take situation, give and take, back and forth. If you really want to know that, check out this video. We're going to get into it. I'm not going to hold you guys. Let's actually review this video, and we're going to jump into it. So let's go.
What made you look outside is
I'm kind of doing you a favor by even talking to you in the first place, and then you going to try me like that. We swallow our pride, or we just like, you know what, I was wrong too. She does the same for me. She respects me. Sometimes I'm so honest that it makes her cry.
She just want me to look good and everything, and I came to Thailand for you, huh?
Yeah.
So he already got into some stuff just on the snippets that were going on in this first scene of this video here, but I'm not gonna really touch on it until they go into detail on it. And again, shouts out to Kay, because I'm pretty sure she's the one that is editing this video. So again, shouts out to K and J. But let's go.
Yes, and you like me.
Yeah.
What's the secret of the happy marriage that you still together?
Because I love you.
She bought you
Previously
taco?
on More to Life.
After the wedding, her mother said, "This money is for y'all."
How young
And
are you?
now.
Is it okay? Because sometimes Thai people
It's
doesn't like
fine.
to say that.
I'm 36 and you are
37.
To Cocoon today. Just drinking some coffee, getting ready. About to head out soon.
she's about so we about 11 months apart. 11 months apart. You know, like I didn't try to do it that way purposely, but then when that's why I said like I'm lucky. You know? I didn't try to do it that way purposely, but then when I started to see, I'm like all these younger women, how they think, and then I'm seeing how we are together. Yeah, we might fight more because we're on the same level.
same level.
So we might fight more, but
Me and her go through it too.
but I mean, but that's just, I mean, like you just get over it, and then you know, and you just move to the next day, you know. So, but she try to like mediate most of the stuff, you know. Me, like I'm from the U.S., like we
we rowdy.
I have a question for you. What are the same question I asked others? What are the qualities you like about him? Like,
So let me kind of just jump into this right here, right now. When he was saying that she tries to mediate it, I wanted to speak to that because it's something that I actually have in my relationship too with my fiance. When it comes to any kind of argument or if there is a discontent, what we do is we genuinely open our hands, and say, hey, I'm sorry, hey, like it's almost like it's you're opening your hands, you're opening your hearts to say, I am unarming myself. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to battle with you. And when your partner sees that, it goes both ways. It humbles you. It puts you in a position where you say, hey, either let's talk this through, or let's just forget it. And that's something, one of the things that you don't normally see in the West. It like if you're fighting in the West with a Western woman, and this is just generally it continues. And when you put your guard down like that to be vulnerable to a person, it normally doesn't end well in the West. It's people will fight and bicker and argue until it gets to a boiling point to where some of the things you say you can't take back. So I like the dynamics when it comes to me and my fiance. Jay says that he goes through this, and this Thai woman and this African American man, they do the same thing too. So that's one of the differences that you see versus Western relationships and relationships over in the Philippines and Thailand and many of these other countries. But I just wanted to acknowledge that, and let's move forward.
like like I lie about me,
kind or
like nice,
yes,
ugly, handsome. Yeah, they want to hear you speak too.
I like you because
Don't lie.
I don't lie. You good man. You talk with me every day on phone. He show me he
What I'm doing.
yes
Yeah.
and
By the way, notice that nothing she said had to do with money. I'm going to say that again. Notice that nothing she said had to do with money. Message. Okay. She said, because he liked me and I liked you, and you treat me well, you talk to me every day, you let me know that you care. You let me know that you care. That's one. Let's keep going.
Doing how I'm living.
Yes, and you like me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I like everything. And I came to Thailand for you, huh?
Yeah. I don't believe he comes.
And a lot of women will say, "Oh, look, she can barely speak any English. Look, this proves that he's taking advantage of her." No, you guys have no clue. You have no clue. This even shows more the bond that they have between each other, because they are loving each other through a language barrier. They are loving each other through a language barrier. And keep in mind, people over in foreign countries or in Eastern countries, the women are more shy. So when they get in front of a mic and they get in front of a camera, all of a sudden they lose the ability to speak English. And I'm not saying that the English isn't broken, but you can clearly understand what they are saying when you're talking to them one-on-one. But when they get in front of a mic or they get in front of a camera, they tend to get a little bit shy and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what happens. I mean, it's because of the grammar. They're always worried about the grammar and whatnot. But I always say, I understand you perfectly. You are fine. Do not worry. And that's the same thing that you see with this Thai woman. But let's go.
Yeah. Wow.
That's another story, right? Her and this other chick, like, they didn't believe that I was gonna come.
Yeah.
I sent them the ticket, but they don't know. They're like, okay, I don't know what this is.
Hey, real talk too. Shouts out to this man for actually mentioning that too, because when I first went to go meet my fiance, she did not believe that I was coming. I gave her the ticket. I sent her the ticket, let her know when I was coming. Stuff. She just did not believe it. She did not believe it. She went there. She went to the airport believing that I was not going to show. Even when I got off the plane and I called her and let her know that I was off the plane and I was looking for her, I can hear in her voice that she still didn't believe that I was going to be there. But when I came, like, I don't want to say she gave off the impression that she was shocked, but she gave off the impression that she didn't know what to expect from there when she saw me. And then I remember it being a little awkward when we got in the cab, and I was just bombarded with the difference of being in another country and just the traffic and looking how everything was so different. And then, I'm taking that all in. Also being with this woman for the first time, be able to be around her and stuff like that. And it was just completely different. So we were in that process of learning each other and getting to know each other. And it happened pretty quickly, fairly quickly. So it's good. And it's funny. It's interesting that everyone that's in a long-lasting relationship had went through this process. So it's good to know that I'm following the path of people who have long-lasting relationships, and I only hope, that I can be in relationships like them in the future, or keep my relationship continuing, I should say, in the future. But let's keep going.
It was like,
I know a lot of times women don't understand. Women in these other countries, they want real love. She wanted real love. Same thing with my wife. She wanted real love. She wanted to see, when she seen I was ready to come, she got the same way. She felt the same way. When I married her, I told her father I wanted to marry her. I had to do all of that. She was happy about that. The small things.
Yeah,
the small things.
It's crazy you say that because it's. I see. I don't want to say too much.
Yeah.
I don't want to say too much, but I'm gonna just try to put it in the terms where you know, like what a brothers can.
Hey, I just want to give shouts out to Jay. Again, I'm loving that new microphone, brother. That's dope. Anyway, let's go.
Understand, like you just gotta pay attention, man. You know, like if you're not ready for that, then you won't be pretty much looking at it. But there's two different. Well, for here in Thailand, right? And I'm gonna try to be as honest as I can without stepping on too many feet as I can. But like here in Thailand, you have maybe about 2 or 3 different type of women, right? That third one is kind of like, I don't know, like I'm still trying to figure that one out. But you have the good and the bad, I can say, right?
Yeah.
Or the fun and the not fun. You get what I'm saying? Like you have those women. All right, for example, let me, say this. Like if you go to the beach in Chantaburi, right? And I'm gonna be honest,
I already know what he about to get into, and I haven't even seen this part yet. But let's keep going. I have a feeling he's going to describe, women out there who act like Western women and women out there who are more traditional. And then there's usually like some people in the middle or something like that. And I thought to myself too, I'll say this. I thought to myself too, when I started to understand that, because I'm thinking of so many things here. When I got there and Jay and Kay had did the interview on me and Mariel, at that time I didn't really understand the difference between the Filipino women out there. But now that I'm back, I've been doing a little bit more interviews, talking with more people. There is absolutely a difference. And there is the traditional woman, like my woman. There is the more Western Filipina female. And I say Western because they're more into social media, more into, certain looks, certain things. It's just certain things like that. Still good women, don't get me wrong, very good women, but a little bit more in that culture, a little bit more westernized. And then you also have the ones that are out there. So I don't want to say too much. But I think that's why you have guys like in Medellin going over to these places and, dating these girls, and then of course, people are having sex out there. That's a part of the game when you're dating. And they realize that they talk to the wrong person and you have to move accordingly. So if you're a man and you're not just there for sex, you can't say, I'm going to settle down with this woman that doesn't fit what I'm looking for. So you have to call it quits and move accordingly. That's why when I went over to the Philippines, I made sure that I took my time. And look, in this situation as a man, you're just going to have to take this L. When you are meeting women and you are getting to know women, you start to build, certain relationships with these women. And when you call it off or you stop talking to them because you realize that this is not what you're looking for, women are going to be mad at you. They're going to make you seem like you were the bad person. They're going to make you feel like you did them wrong. They're going to make you feel like the worst person in the world. They go to their friends. They tell their friends, oh, this person did this to me. This person did that to me. When in reality, you just realize that it's not what you were looking for. And when you realize it's not what you're looking for, you have that right to get up and take your ball elsewhere. Now, women will get mad and they will say, oh, he slept with this woman and he left her. Okay, I can understand women getting mad for that. But again, it's the game, and women give up access to sex. So who's really responsible in that aspect? But women still get mad at men when they don't have sex with them, and they move along accordingly anyway when they realize it's not the right woman for them. So what do you want? You get mad when the man actually has sex with you and move along when the man finds out that you're not the one for him. And then even if you don't have sex with the woman, she still gets mad because you moved along. So, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. It just is what it is. But let's keep going.
I don't care who get upset with me about it, right? You go to the beach in Chantilly, right? The Thai culture, you have to understand the Thai culture when you come here looking for women, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't understand it. That's why I said that I'm lucky, because I learned it going through the process with her. And she's taught me a lot about the culture, right? Mm-hmm. So, for example, I go into the beach, right? My wife went to the beach with what she had on? Some shorts, shirt like this. Yeah. Some women be going in the water with jackets on and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's the culture.
Look at that. Look at that, you guys. This is a beach in Thailand. Look at these women. Look at their beach attire. Look at their beach attire. Now, if you were in America, hold on, you guys. If you were in good old US of A, do you think this is the kind of attire you would see on the beach? Or do you think it would be a little bit more scanty? Do you think it would be a little bit more scandalous? Do you think women want to live in their sexual liberation in the U.S.? Or do you think they're going to be more conservative? I doubt it. I doubt they're going to be more conservative. But this is what men are looking for. And again, I'm going to cut the women off right now because I know what you're going to say. Why do they talk to the women that dress the other way then? Why do they talk to the women that dress scantily or scandalous? And I will tell you guys why they talk to those women. Because they want to have sex with you. They're not looking for a relationship with you. I don't care what they say. I don't care if they believe it. Sometimes you have to sometimes you have to trick yourself to be able to trick the woman. But it is true. They are not looking for a relationship with you. Why do you think a man can go 2, 3, 4, 5 years in a relationship with you and never ask for your hand in marriage, but at the same time go overseas, find a woman, and within a year's time he marries this woman? Because he sees something in her that he didn't see in you. That's why. But let's keep going.
Because the Asian culture is very conservative, right? So if you got someone that's coming to the beach in a Louis Vuitton two-piece, all the stuff like that, I mean, you gotta come on, bro.
Exactly what I said. Let's go though.
I get you.
Come on, brother. So I ain't gotta say too much on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Thai culture, they're very conservative.
So you're saying it for the streets, pretty much.
Yeah, for the streets.
So you heard
what not? That's why I say it's three.
Yeah, it's three.
Yeah.
Because some girls that's like that, yeah.
But that's not really for the street.
It's not for the streets. It's like wearing it, yeah.
Yeah, like because they have a lot of like foreign friends.
Yeah.
Or you have some people that are, how they say in Thailand, like, like high soul, like they just kind of like high class, like, and so they live to the. It's almost like the American dream back home. Mm-hmm. Like, you get what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't try to chase the American dream. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But
so it's kind of like province girl, because in the Philippines they have it too: province girl, Americanized, and then one that's for the streets.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, and check this out. When I was growing up in the 90s, You had that. You had that in the 90s. You had the girl who was like have you ever seen the music video by Life Jennings? He talks about a young girl and her innocence. I forget the name of it. But it's basically you still back in the 90s. You had a glimmer of hope with the girl next door. That's what we called her in the 90s. The girl next door. She was a little rough edge. She was maybe a tomboy, but she wasn't showing her, she wasn't living in her sexual liberation. You feel me? Guys didn't even know why they liked that particular woman, but now that I think about it, she wasn't all out there sexually. She wasn't in her sexual liberation. She wasn't having a whole phase. As you get older, you start to realize why you genuinely even like those particular women. But that's what it really is, or what it was, in my opinion. But you don't have that anymore. We used to have the girl next door. We used to have the fun girl. And then we used to have the straight 304 for the streets. You knew not to mess with her because a few of your homies had already messed with her. Hey, a few of your homies may have messed with her at the same time. And you knew not to mess with that woman on no serious relationship, you know. But you don't have that no more, you know, in America. And that's another reason why men are leaving the West. But let's keep going.
Pretty much.
See, you got problems, though, yeah.
See, but like Americanized doesn't always mean bad, but,
exactly.
You have to put on your goggles when they are Americanized.
Because you don't know which way it is.
Yep.
And true, let me just go ahead and say this because he said it too. Americanized does not mean bad. But what it does mean, ladies, is Americanized is not conducive for long-term, long-lasting relationships. Generally speaking, it is not conducive for long-term, long-lasting relationships. Generally speaking, it is not conducive for long-lasting, long-term relationships. But let's keep going.
She could be all the way for the streets,
and you don't know.
Or she could be Americanized, and you got
and you don't know. And you don't know because they can tell you anything. You know, like listen, I've been with her. How long been together? Like what, 8, going 9 years? But I mean, those first 2-3 years, I was still stringent. Like I had to make sure because I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But.
Okay, don't it sound like me talking?
Yeah,
that's what I always say. I say that all the time. I say I didn't know for years, and then she kept proving me wrong. That's what you live for. Like, wow, she proved me wrong again. Oh wow, she still want me. Oh wow, you know. And then you just go, okay, this is real.
It goes with my next question. What are the qualities you like about her? Is she traditional?
What do I like about? Let me think about that because I love to make sure that people understand what I'm saying and I understand the importance of words and stuff. That's why I like texting. I hate texting.
Yeah, me too. Man.
What I'm trying to think from the beginning, right? Well, the first thing that caught my eye with her, like when I was looking at her, it was the style. Like she had a little bit of that swag, so I'm like, okay, I can do something with that. So I seen the potential with the swag, right? That was the first thing. And then also just being humble because I'm a very humble person, and sometimes I need my space, whether it's space when it comes to just talking and I just want to be quiet. Like she can still be next to me, but just like she understands me a lot. She understands me. She picks up on stuff very quick. Like I've taught her so much about just our culture. I even taught her some things about Asia that she don't know, but she thinking because she's from Asia and she's like, okay, I get it. So she pick up on stuff quick. She's beautiful, of course. and then her family. Her family that's not a quality, but her family raised her.
Oh no, that makes sense. That is quality actually.
Yeah.
It is. That's a,
her family raised her, so I mean what else?
That's kind of one of those hidden qualities, the family.
Yeah,
it's important.
Yeah, she be buying me stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like
generous.
And let me just say too, the family is actually a hidden benefit. You know, I actually adore and respect my fiance's family, from her father to her sister to her brother to her nieces and nephews. You know, they are when you go overseas, and you know, if you've been in the military like I have, if you traveled overseas and then you had the opportunity to travel overseas, you know, not on the military's dime, then you start to realize that a lot people are all over the world are just going through the same thing, dealing with family issues, dealing with finances, dealing with stresses of work, that we all are going through the same thing. But how we respond to it is what makes us different. And when you see people responding to it in a way where, you know, they are still being human, you know, getting through the woes of life, you know, arguments, frustrations, whatever the case may be, but they still choose to work together. They still choose to love each other. They still choose to, you know, work it out or talk it through. That's a culture that I want to be a part of. That's a family that I want to be a part of. And you just don't get that here. A lot of families in America are broken, you know, beyond repair, you know. So it just is what it is, man. But let's keep moving. Let's keep going. I'm going to try not to say too much so we can get through this show.
The little this is a Poppy Connect. She bought me this. Mm-hmm. She bought me the Tago before. You know, like I buy her stuff as well. Mm-hmm. But you know, like she just want me to look good. She want me to feel good. You know, and yeah, she buy me stuff as well. She save a lot of money, as well. So like I, you know, like for example, like I send her money right every week. Like mm-hmm. like when I am in the States, mm-hmm. like I'll send money. You mm-hmm. know, she'll save some of the money and she'll spend it on me like when I get here sometimes, you know, or she'll buy something like when I'm back home, you know, so that shows me a lot about.
That's another thing. They think about you. They're considerate of your needs and what you want without even asking, without even saying anything to you. They're trying to do stuff for you, trying to be thoughtful all the time. And it's not about money. Look, in the Philippines, the average earnings is about anywhere from $400 to $500 a month, you guys. About $400 to $500 a month is what you're actually earning out there. Maybe 6 or 7 if you're lucky. Okay. Now, with that being said, you know, women out there that the passport bros are looking for, these women are still finding ways to show these men that they care, buying stuff for them. When a man sees that, he looks at his woman and he goes, wow, this woman really, really cares about me. Let me step it up and do more or do whatever I can. She is in her feminine. She is being the support system for her man, thinking about what she can do to make things easier for her man, and the man is taking on the frontal load, taking on the majority of the pressure, so she doesn't have to deal with that, and she is doing whatever she can to make his life easier. And it's just a symbiotic relationship, and it works perfectly. It's beautiful. But let's keep going.
Her and like how she feels about me as well. Yeah. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. A very pretty face. Mm-hmm. We also, guys, we need to include. Jay thought she's from Colombia.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, the hair and the way. And I thought.
She does look like she's from Colombia, but wow, she's Thai.
I don't know why I thought she was speaking Spanish that day. I don't know why.
You thought you're Colombian.
She's speaking low.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna tell you something, right? Like we was in Bangkok when this was about. When that was, we was in Bangkok we came back on the 29th. We came back. Yeah. 29th, 28th, 27th, right? Now we in Thailand, right? Mm-hmm. She Thai. I don't know how many Thai people was like they were speaking English with her. Oh, hello, madam. Like and he's like, oh yeah, so okay, what do you want? And she like, and she started speaking Thai like, oh, you couldn't Thai, Kun Thai, huh? You're like, oh, we're like where? Like where? Like so it's almost like I got a foreign chick that's foreign to her country as well. Yeah. Almost, but a lot of people in Bangkok was acting.
I'm sure she went through that her whole life. Yeah, she goes around.
You have somebody ask you Thai before when you more young, somebody?
Yes.
High school, somebody? Yeah. Like I've never asked her that. And then also she used to get picked.
Somebody I university before. They asked me about I'm from South
Thailand. A lot of people ask her whether she's from South Thailand because they have like a lot of like darker skin, like melanated, like people down there. Yeah. And then so some of the South Thailand people, because they speak with a different type of. I don't want to say language. I was having this conversation with somebody. It's not so much a language. It's just a different. It's almost like Venezuela, Colombia. They speak in Spanish. Philippines speak a little bit of Spanish, don't they?
Yeah. Like, for example, door, pinto. Because we are invaded by Spaniards.
Spain, yep. Same thing with South America.
Ventana means window. Because ventana
then the Philippines, they have the...
Ventana is Spanish.
Yeah, the original Filipinos are like you. They're like me and you.
Oh, yeah. I know. Trust me, I know. I know. I've been doing my research.
Yeah.
And so like in South Thailand, they have a lot of, but the language is... It's a little variation of the tones, and you have the thing on northeast, and you have like up near like Chiang Mai, they speak a little different stuff like that. So they think it's from South Thailand. So then sometimes they'll speak.
Yes, sir. And for those people that didn't know, absolutely, they're the original people. I don't know about Thailand, but I know for the Filipinos were, they look like me. They call them Itas. They look like me, So for those that didn't know, but I wanted to actually show this particular video again because a lot of women will speculate and make the assumption that we're going out there to, rob, rape, and pillage here. But that is not the case. Men are going to these other countries and they are finding women that are fit, feminine, and dare I say friendly. They are going out there finding women who are willing to cooperate, who are willing to take the time to get to know the man, and the man is willing to take the time to get to know the woman, even with a language barrier between them. They are falling in love. They are making time for each other. They are tending to each other's needs. They have a symbiotic relationship. You don't have it to where a man is out of his form and in his feminine, and a woman is out of her form and in her masculine. That is not a thing out there. It is not. Is the Western culture creeping into these countries? Absolutely. But you will find, what did the guy say? Build it and they will come. Okay. If you will look, you will find a woman. It may take you once, twice, 3 times, but as long as you are protecting yourself, as long as you are looking for the right things, as long as you are not staying stuck in one particular one and just like, oh, okay, this is comfortable, this is where I want to be, you will find the one you are looking for. So with that being said, I want to give a shout out to J&K, More to Life, the Black Filipino TV, and Gets It In. And I am going to let you guys go. I appreciate you watching The Male's Perspective After Hours. And again, like I say, like I've always said here, you are watching the podcast where we review videos in a logical manner, not an emotional. I will talk to you guys later. You guys have a good night. Peace.